Virtual cinematography was an important part of the work we did on The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, with a quarter of the film being made up of all CG shots. The typical workflow for one of these shots has the shot, action and camera work being developed initially by our in-house previs team. For some sequences, blocking animation was made available to Peter Jackson on the mocap stage, and he recorded first-pass cameras on that action using a virtual camera rig. The previs cameras or Peter's virtual camera work was then refined by our keyframe animation team, working to the hero layout of the environment. Stereo settings were determined at this stage by our in-house stereographers. Sometimes the previs was visualized using our real-time renderer gazebo, so lighting choices were able to inform the shape of the shot in its early stage of development. We approach the hero lighting as a cinematographer would. Our lighting is physically based, all our lights are area light sources, giving the lighting a natural feel. At the same time, the lighting had to support the mood of the particular moment. So the sleuth sequence is brightly lit to emphasize the fun, roller coaster nature of the chase. But Mirkwood is dark, with a noirish aspect, adding to the creepy feel of the spider-infested forest. Where appropriate, we included natural lens effects like lens flares, dirt on the lens for beats with very bright light sources in frame, water on the lens in the sleuth sequence, and real-world depth of field. Even though the all-CG shots were often, by their nature, the more spectacular shots of the show, we designed camera moves to be real-world. We wanted the all-CG shots to feel natural and plausible, and cut with the plate-based shots. So shots were designed to be achievable on a crane, albeit in some cases on a crane that hasn't been built yet. Complex digital environments, digital doubles of a large cast, and extensive creature work. A quarter of the shots in the film were entirely CG, and there was a big talking dragon as well. Getting Smaug to convincingly vocalise his speech in a way that maintained all of the richness and nuance of Benedict's voice was a vital part of making him work as a character. Twice the size of a 747 jumbo jet, Smaug's magnificent presence was brought to life by dozens of animators and artists using keyframe animation techniques. The centrepiece barrel escape sequence was an artful mix of live-action plates and digital water, environments and characters. The sequence was augmented with 60 digital doubles, CG characters, fully digital terrain, trees and water simulations to create a perfect environment for danger, humour and excitement. The barrel sequence utilised 76 individual water simulations running 700 metres long and pushing 20 tonnes of water per second of film. Artists spent a full year honing the turbulent waterfalls and rushing river simulations for the barrel chase. Other digital environments in the film include Erebor. We glimpse the Lost Kingdom primarily through two set-piece sequences, the Treasure Hall and the Forges. The layout of the Treasure Hall was carefully planned to showcase the true scale of the Dwarven Kingdom, and also to accommodate the movement of the enormous dragon and house an epic stash of gold and treasure. The Treasure Hall itself is about the size of the country of Monaco. Burying a giant dragon under a pile of gold that could be scattered as the creature emerges was easily one of the biggest technical challenges of the film. In the most complex shot, over 18 million coins were simulated and rendered to help convey the scope and disruptive power of Smaug's movements.
And do you now?
The forges house the once mighty engines of dwarven industry with giant bellows and an extensive system of overhead mine carts. It is here that the company battles Smaug and reignites the fires of the forges, creating rivulets and pools of molten gold. Conceived and built entirely digitally, this sequence runs the full gamut of every type of visual effects work. Lake Town began life as a highly detailed set based on concept art by John Howe. To this we added nearly 1,500 buildings, occupying over 200,000 square metres, framed by the iconic Lonely Mountain. Digital bridges and buildings were constructed along the winding waterways for both day and nighttime looks. CG fog, snow and ice flows help give the town its signature Nordic feel. Thranduil's realm, home of the woodland elves, offers a stark contrast to the human town of fishmongers. The vast underground kingdom is an all-CG creation, hewn from honey-coloured rock with exposed tree roots used by the elves to create architectural features. Aerial walkways and elegant bridges span the vast open spaces of the realm. Digital performance work included the orc Azog, who returns, accompanied in this film by his son Bolg, a new character in the story. Both Bolg and Azog are full CG characters, realised with a combination of motion capture and keyframe animation. Creatures included the spiders of Mirkwood and the shape changer Bjorn in his bear form. The Desolation of Smaug was shot at 48 frames per second in stereo, and all of the effects were built to this standard.